I request all to keep their phones on silent mode or switched off and maintain the decorum of the auditorium as the session is about to commence. Let us begin with a 1 minute silent prayer. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Quote by Martin Luther King Jr. Good morning to all present here. I, V. Ritul, a first year MCA student, welcome you all to the Development Dialogue organized by the School of Sciences, Christ deemed to be University, Delhi NCR campus. We would like to welcome our Reverend Father Dr. Josie George, Dean and Director, Christ deemed to be University, Delhi NCR campus, Reverend Father Sunny Joseph, Campus Administrator, in absentia, Reverend Father Peter MB, Coordinator of Student Affairs, in absentia, Academic Coordinator Dr. Ashish Sharma, our esteemed guest for the day, Dr. Saurabh Anand, Faculty Coordinator Professor Vandana Mandiratha and Dr. Ria Baby, our respected faculties, and my dear Christites. We would now like to honor our esteemed guest, Dr. Saurav Anand, with a sapling from our side. I request our Reverend Father Dr. Josie George to present the token of honor. Today, we are privileged to have Dr. Saurav Anand as our distinguished speaker. Dr. Anand brings to the stage over 14 years of extensive experience and holds a PhD in computer networks. A Skybox certified technical trainer, he specializes in delivering training on firewall assurance, network assurance, change manager, and vulnerability control. He has an impressive track record, having conducted training sessions for more than 150 international clients like Bank of America, Infosys, Adidas, Walmart, and so on. Currently deputed with SecuriSkill, an Israel based company dedicated to helping businesses improve product adoption through learning and technology. Dr. Saurav Anand is at the forefront of driving innovations and excellence in his field. It is with great honor that we welcome Dr. Saurav Anand to the stage. We look forward to learning from his wealth of knowledge and experiences. Without further ado, I invite Dr. Saurav Anand to commence with the enlightening session. So,
Uh, Very good morning to one and all present over here. And first of all, thank you, dear student, for this introduction. Uh, I would like to take this as an opportunity to thank Father, uh, to thank Ashish sir for inviting me, the entire Christ management, and yeah, good time. Let's get started with the session. Uh, Normally, what I do is when I get started with my session, so usually I tell a little bit about what I do. I do some exciting thing. Obviously, like this cybersecurity, it's something very exciting area. It's very in these days. So I would love to tell you maybe some other day if we'll have time at the end, we'll talk about that. But it's good time we should get started. And yeah, let's begin with the presentation. So thank you. Thank you. Great. So that's basically the agenda. That's basically the title of the presentation we have. Pioneering a proactive and comprehensive approach for a Surakshit and developed nation. So uh, some of the keywords that we are seeing here, this talks about Surakshit, so security comes into the picture. Uh, how we can talk about cybersecurity with the well-being of the country, uh, how being a secure nation we can flourish, uh, how like other countries are dealing with this thing, because this is the need of the hour. So good time. Let's get started with the session. Great. So, a short one. This is the content of my uh, presentation. It starts with the introduction. Obviously, when you're talking about any of the use case, you need to talk about the like some of the key terms associated with the technology. So this is what we'll be talking about. We'll be talking about few use cases. I'll be talking about the attacks that have happened in the industry that we have experienced. And trust me, we have lost a lot of resources due to these attacks. And most importantly, what we should do as a citizen of the country, as a student here, and whatever you can think of in your day-to-day life. I'll be talking about some of the use cases that we deal with when it comes to cybersecurity. So you'll be seeing a lot about it. And the way I have organized my session is I have kept some last 10, 15 minutes for the Q&A. And I would love to have questions from you. And otherwise also in between the session, you are more than welcome to ask any questions if you have. You can simply raise your hands. And I'll be also asking you if you have any questions. So even if you don't have any questions, I'll appreciate if you can give me quick no or something like that. Just so I know I have your attention, just so I know you are all awake, you have had good breakfast and good energy. Great. Good time. Let's get started with the session. Now, what is cybersecurity? We know about cybersecurity. Everything is there in the books. Everything is there in the web. If you want, you can read it out. You can explore more things related to this. But if you have to ask me what is cybersecurity as a layman, uh, cybersecurity is basically, it deals with anything and everything that we have stored on a computer and we want to protect that information. Now, when I am saying anything and everything, that's a very important term. What is anything and everything? And most importantly, when I am saying that, when I'm saying this computer, so does that mean only computers? When I'm saying we'll be protecting our data on the computers, so is it like only computers? Is it only computers? Say yes, no. No. So if not computers, what are they? Can you give me a good example? Everyone is using cell phone. That's very nice. I'm happy you have given the answer. By the way, as part of the entire session, I'll be giving you some, what I should say, reward for the questions that I'll be asking you. So you have missed on this, but yes, you'll get some opportunities for that as well. Great. So again, we are back to the same scenario. When I'm talking about security, the idea is we need to protect our data that we have on our computers. And when I'm saying computers, it's not just the computers. It can be obviously a computer. It can be a server. It can be a mobile. It can be any handheld device. It can be your this. Some of you must be wearing the smart watches. I can do wonders with smartwatch. I don't know whether you are aware of this thing or not. It was some maybe 1 year or 2 years ago. IBM came up with this thing that merely with the size of rice grain, one rice grain, they built a computer there. Have you heard of this news? Some 2 years back, IBM was the one. So that's how technology is shaping. When everything is moving so fast, don't you feel it is our responsibility to be updated with the technology? And when I'm saying updated with the technology, obviously we need to make sure that we are secure enough so that we can move ahead, we can feel safe. Why are we feeling like safe here? Why are we sitting here? No intruder. Intruder is a term we use in computers. Let's say a terrorist or somebody who's a bad element. Why so? We are sitting in a Christ auditorium having a lovely time listening to me. I hope so. I am at least happy seeing all of you young minds. So why are we feeling safe and secure? Come on, I'm not asking anything technical. Why are you feeling safe? Nobody can come at a gunpoint, like put a pistol at your head. Why are you feeling safe? You are inside a boundary. What do you mean by inside the boundary? What is boundary doing to make you safe? You're right. Like, just be more precise. You are in the campus, so somebody is protecting you. Who? Obviously, the guards, the walls, all of them are having walkie-talkie. The communication is really fast. That's one of the key things. See, it's not that I am like moving here and there just to cook up the stories. Everything that I am saying you has got a meaning. So communication, I've used one very good word, communication. We are we are talking about cybersecurity. It's because of the fact that we deal with communication. We do communication. If you not do any communication, there is no need of cybersecurity in actual terms. Think over it. I use WhatsApp. I am sending some message to, let's say, sir, and I need to make sure, or the company needs to make sure, the WhatsApp, that my information that we are sending, that I am sending, and further he's sending, it's secure. And I don't know whether you are aware of this or not. Uh, Again, some 6 months back, it was in the news, and it was very much in the news. There were so many allegations on WhatsApp, and because there were allegations like whatever data we send, that data is actually sold to some companies, given to some companies, and that is the only reason why still today WhatsApp gives a whole complete page ad in national newspaper. I read Times of India, so I am aware of Times of India, that we are fully encrypted. Why does WhatsApp has to send this kind of thing? It's like Colgate people are saying we are chemical free. That's the need of the hour. They need to build a trust on WhatsApp. That is the reason why they have moved now to the payment systems. If you'll not feel safe there, why would you go to their payment systems? Very recently, you all are like students, so you must be aware, you should be aware what is happening to the Paytm. So trust is everything. Once trust is gone, nobody gonna believe it. That's how it is. Like, you guys are students of this generation, from this generation. I remember way back in 2004, the year I did my BTech. So we used to have Orkut. Majority of you might not have born that year. If you are born, you must have not heard about Orkut, because you are this generation guy. You use Facebook. I mean, even you don't use Facebook, you use Insta more, no? See, that's the story. See, technology is changing rapidly. So you should get updated yourself with the technology and with the security as well. That's what we faced. I don't know, you won't be able to correlate. I can correlate. All of your teachers, sir, can correlate. 20 years back, or maybe some 17, 18 years back, when there was an era that started for the smartphones, there was just one company in India, Nokia. What has happened to Nokia? कोई जानता भी नहीं, अब जिंदा भी है कि नहीं. Why? They have not updated themselves. Even the Chinese company, and trust me, Nokia is not doing good business in India. Happens to be a very big market for them, but Nokia actually is a very good company. What happened? They did not update themselves, and now they have been taken, so many companies have come here and they're doing good. I mean, these days, iPhones are selling like anything, despite the fact they're high prices. That's the story. You should get updated. See, just 1 minute I'll take to give you a learning. See, what happens is, as a student, when we are in this age, we have got so much of adrenaline rush. I can do this, I can do this. What the hell that faculty is teaching us? We can go to home, we can Google it, and we can learn a lot. Trust me, you're right. This is the perception of the student. This is what they go. I've done BTech, I've done MTech, I've done PhD. I know this is the same scenario with us also. But trust me, now that I am in this position, I can really tell you, even if in one complete hour session, or maybe these days you have started with the 45-minute session, Even if that 10-minute session, which teacher is telling you, which teacher is teaching you, if there is something important for you, even that's a gold. So if you are not attentive in the class, you have missed that 10 minutes of gold, whatever he or she has taught you. So that's about the cybersecurity introduction. I don't want to stick to this. Time is short, time is limited. We want to have some good interactive session related to the cybersecurity. So this is basically all about cybersecurity. Now, when I am talking about cybersecurity, this is again very important to note. How many of you are learning programming languages, or you have learned programming languages? Just raise your hands. Okay. Can anyone of you tell me what's the name of that programming language? I have a question for that. Obviously, I'll not give any goodies, but I'll ask. Java, Python. Okay. Let's go to the Java. So whenever you're talking about Java programming language, and trust me, those of you who are feeling, sir, hame to programming aati nahi, why you are asking these questions? Trust me, it has got nothing to do with your programming skills. I'm not going to ask you about the args, string args, and public static void main and stuff like that. I have a question. You have got in Java two things majorly. One is method, another one is the data, the value that you provide. Which one should be kept secure? Why not method? Pardon? It can be changed. Or let's say even if it is not changed, then you need to protect your method as well. Pardon? I'll give you a small example, though it might not correlate here, but at least try to. US has been to space. So many countries have been to space. I believe Pakistan has not come to, has been to space, or for that matter, any African country. Does that mean they don't know the method that India has adapted, Russia has adapted, US has adapted? They are aware. See, method you need not protect. Everyone knows Christ is a good university if you compare it with any other private university. They know what Christ University management people, they teach students. They teaching like normal curriculum. So why don't they adapt and they become a good university just like you? Method is available everywhere. It's just that the data that you have, that is critical, and you need to protect your data. That's the whole story. See, when it comes to any topic, any programming language, anything, see, always what we try to do, I'm not going to go to a company, I should learn programming, stuff like that. But in the race of that programming, what we do is we forget the concepts that are behind that. So you should understand the concepts. The process has to be crystal clear. You should remember this thing while facing the interview. Interviewer is not interested in asking you some high-level questions or something very critical. All they want is to understand what are the basics. Are you familiar with the basics or not? See, if you are familiar with the basics, even if you don't know anything, they'll teach you. We have a training everywhere in the software companies or maybe in your management companies as well. So they'll put you as a trainee, they'll teach you for maybe a month or 2 months, depending upon the size of the company and the business requirements. So that's something. Basics, very, very important. Another key term, first communication and then basics. Now, just one small question. Why do you put password on your mobile phones or laptop? This is continuation with what we have just now talked about. Neither you are PM Modi, neither you are Joe Biden, nor you are like holding a big position. Then why do you put passwords on your mobile or laptops? Pardon? Privacy. Very good key term, privacy. Answer is correct. We need to keep our data secure. I want my data should be mine. Nobody else should see it. And that's how we make it passwords. So imagine, see, I'll give you one example. My elder daughter, she's 11-year-old. And she always asks for, like, can you give me a cell phone, a smartphone? So I say, no, it's not the right time. I can give you, but I won't give you. So what she has got is, she has got a tab, which is given to her by her school only. She goes to DPSG. So even in that tab, she has put a password, and that I don't know. Imagine 11-year-old kid starting in 6th standard. What is that private information that she is hiding from me? See, I am a cyber guy. I have 100 odd methods to crack that password. Even without cracking a password, I can know what she's doing. I can put a timestamp. I can have entire log what she's doing in tab. I often do that as well. I'm a parent. See, I'm a parent. I'm a parent. I have to do it. I'm a parent. Eventually, you'll become a parent some maybe 5 years down the line, or maybe 10 years down the line, depending upon how you have felt about it. Uh, what are you thinking about it? But that's the story. See, data is everything. What I'm saying you is data is everything. We need to protect our data. I'll give you so many examples, but let's get started with some 3-4 examples that you'll be able to correlate. We travel, all of us travel. So you go to highways, the highways connecting from one city to another. So you pay toll. Toll charges, government has made thousands of crores of investment, and they want to earn that money back. You know, it's like you are management people, you'll be able to correlate more. It's like PPP model or what, like something like that, na? You recover the money, you'll outsource it for the maintenance and stuff like that. Okay, I think I have hit the wrong chord. Let's leave it. So you pay the toll charges. Okay, imagine the NHAI, National Highway Authority of India, their server is hacked. Imagine their server is hacked. Can you imagine the daily basis loss, the revenue loss the government of India will have? Forget about a day, even in hours. You can't even imagine. So what we need to do? We need to protect their data. Talk about IRCTC. I mean, in Tatkal time, 10 minutes duration, 15 minutes duration, you even find it hard to get a ticket for yourself. Imagine somebody has hacked that server. What the hell he can do with that data? You cannot even imagine. See, doing anything against the cybersecurity, it's not about only getting money or stuff like that. It's about destroying the system. So when you are destroying the system, you are basically a hacker, an intruder, or something like that. Obviously, with not good intention. So these are a couple of instances. You can think of many more, many more. This shouldn't be the case. I've taken a look at your security systems because I connect my laptop, I connect my cell phone with the Christ server here. This is pretty good, pretty secure. But let's imagine somebody has hacked that server. You're not able to use the internet. Can you imagine that scenario? Your teachers won't have anything to do. You won't be able to do anything. No internet, nothing. Classes won't be conducting because the attendance faculties have to punch on time. There will be an utter chaos. You can think of many examples. And these are the attacks that happen on a daily basis. Air India, Jet Airways, even in the, globally, you can take any examples. So many things are happening. You should make yourself aware with all these things in and around you, and you'll really feel the importance of cyber security. See, trust me, 1 hour lecture is not that big enough to teach you some technology. However, when I've come here, all I want is there has to be some value addition, and you should at least feel the importance of cybersecurity. Obviously, in the coming slides, I'll be talking about few technologies, few terminologies as well. So this is the reason we have already got. Why we should not put our sensitive data on the internet. This is my internet. Internet is World Wide Web. It's a like network of networks. Again, I don't want to get into the definition of the networks. This is your data. So why we should not put our sensitive data on the internet? Forget about putting data on the internet. Why we should not put any data which is publicly accessible to everyone? They can misuse it. I'll give you one small example. Let's say, what's your name? Yash. Let's say Yash is planning to buy a car. And let's say he buys the car today only, any good car. And what will happen is, after 10 days, a PNB MetLife or a SBI Insurance Life, please don't feel offended if any one of your relatives work in those companies. Let's say any of those company people, they call Yash and they say to Yash, Mr. Yash, you are having this car, having worth of this much. So on the basis of that, we are offering you a loan of 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs. Yash is amazed. He's surprised. How come my data has gone out? If at all, it is not problematic for him, at the least, it is disturbing for him. He's getting so many calls. See, that's how the business goes on. Let's say tomorrow I make my own company, let's say abc.com, and I provide you some offers, I am an e-commerce site or whatever. I try to take data from you youngsters. I can sell that data because considering you are an undergraduate student, I can sell that data to the postgraduate, like a university that offers postgraduate program. Now, I need not tell you what's the benefit that university will get from that data. I can earn money from the data. Data is everything. Data is money. Data is everything. So you need to protect your data. You need to be mindful where to keep your data, where to put the data on the web, and you should be smart enough. Let me tell you. Now you'll say, sir, is there a place on the web where we can feel our data is safe? There are many places. Facebook. Facebook is a very good company. Until and unless you'll not click on any commercial link there, your data is safe. LinkedIn. I don't know how many of you know about LinkedIn or not, but the data is safe. Until and unless you'll click on that link and which will further go to some other company's website, your data is safe. See, I'm stressing so much on data. There is a logic behind that. I've tried to explain that logic. Let me give you one more quotation. Some 30, 35 years ago, if you'll try asking your parents or maybe grandparents, they'll tell you there was a saying. The country who has got huge reserves of crude oil, they'll rule the world. And that is still happening today. Do you know Russia has got a lot of crude reserves of oil? US, all of these Arab countries. That's why whenever there is a crisis, we are dependent on them. Otherwise also we are dependent on them because these non-renewable source of energy we have been using like anything without actually caring about the environment. But now that notion has changed. Do you know what is the notion right now? Do you know the notion right now? The country who will play with data well, the country who will manage the data well, they'll rule the country. That is what we are doing. We should feel proud of that. I give trainings to 99.9%, I give training to international clients because I'll be very honest, nobody can afford us in India. It's an expensive product. Infosys and few handful companies, they are our clients. So everywhere where I'll train them, if I'll talk about I am from India, they take pride that somebody from India is teaching us. Because when it comes to software, when it comes to technology, when it comes to data, we are actually ruling the world. That's a fact. So the kind of recognition we are having, it's immense. So that's the reason why you should not put any data. Now this is a question which will give you a goodie. When I'm saying goodie, don't expect some like expensive things, but at least just to get you motivated, ticking. What is phishing? Obviously, I'll be telling you phishing. What I want is, those who know the answer, just raise your hands. And you have to tell me what is phishing and just give me an example as well so that we can correlate and we can say, yes, this is phishing. No one? Now I have got a few hands raised up. Okay, let's get started with you. Yeah.
Sir,
I'll appreciate if you can stand.
sir, stealing of data.
I'll appreciate if you can stand. All of us can see you. Yeah, sure. What's your name?
Sir, Dev.
Dev. Full name?
Dev Bhatt.
Dev Bhatt. Yeah, Dev Bhatt, please.
Sir, stealing of data. I guess.
You mean like it's kind of a theft?
Yes.
Obviously, whatever we are doing on the web, it's kind of a theft only, but you have to add something more to get more meaning. Okay, your turn is over, please. Okay, let's get started with this boy. No, it's his turn. I'll come to you, don't worry. You'll get some 3-4 more opportunities.
Sir, phishing is basically, myself, Ayush Shaw. I'm a 4 BCA student.
Yeah, sure. Please carry on.
Basically, phishing is something, for example, I am an intruder and I have victim's laptop in front of me. I will send some temptation mails or, example, you have won a lottery, etc., etc. Like you can say KBC temptation and all, through which if he or she will log in, I have all the data which is stored in his device into my device, and through that I can maybe blackmail him. I can make money, or I can sell that data. Example.
Bang on. You are correct, and you have earned yourself a chocolate. Great. Thank you. Let me give you one example. I'll give you one more example. Let's say what I should. Okay, I'll give you other example. Let's say I am I'm an intruder. I'm a hacker, and obviously I'm not an ethical hacker. Ethical hacker is a very intentional hacker, does this hacking for a good purpose. I'm an hacker, and let's say I know, what's your name? Raju Kumar. Let's say I know this guy, and he happens to be the, let's say, a general manager of a very good bank. And obviously, the office system that he's having has got a lot of sensitive data that I am interested in. So what I'll do is, I'll try to lure him. So maybe I'll try to find out the preferences of this guy. Let's say I've come to know that he's a guy, after the day's work is over, what do you call it as a public dealing hours. So after 5 p.m., what he does is, for a half an hour, he takes break, and in that 30 minutes break, what he do is, he do some kind of shopping to the e-commerce website. And I'm aware of that website. Maybe quite possible I'm a colleague of this guy. Now what I'll do is, I'll try to create a website, a replica of that, and he won't be able to recognize. I'll put a link there, and whatever he said, and if he happens to click on that link, trust me, I can do whatever I can do with his system. It's just that I have to create a session on his system, and all of his data is with me in my pocket. So that's phishing. Very dangerous thing. Very, very dangerous thing. And that's why you should be very mindful when you are, see, you have to be attentive. You have to keep on thinking. See, you remember how Facebook is written, www.facebook.com? The other day, I can create a replica of Facebook, but even I am smart enough, I'll not create the replica of that facebook.com in the same manner. What I'll do is, maybe F is exactly the same, A is exactly the same, C is exactly the same. I'll change the font of E, one E. Maybe I'll change it to italic. So human eye, at times we are like carried out with that thing, and we'll have a belief that it's the same genuine website, by the way, which is not. And if you happen to click on any link, anything can happen, anything. So never trust anyone when it comes to payments. Never trust anyone when you are browsing. Even on the cell phone, if you get a message asking you to provide a PIN, you should be mindful enough that, have I done any sort of shopping? Have I clicked on any link which will actually demand me that PIN? If not, just leave it. Just leave it. Making sense? Are you with me? Awake? With full energy? Great. So that's phishing. Another opportunity to earn a chocolate. This is, by the way, the definition. Let's not spend some time to this. I've already explained you. If you want, I can share the PPTs with you. Ransomware. Anyone? Please raise your hands. Ransomware? Just one guy. Has to be you only. Yeah, please stand up. What's your name? Albert. You are a loud voice. You can say like this. Okay. Okay. Where is the ransomware here? This is an attack, obviously. And you have used so many technical terms, which I was trying to avoid, virus and stuff like that. But that's okay. Virus is a file which is intended to do some bad things, have a piece of code there. That's fine. But where is the ransomware there? Okay, your chance is over. Somebody, yeah, please. I'll appreciate if you can start. Yeah. Okay. Correct. Bang on. That is what ransomware is. Just clap. Maybe the response is low, considering you have seen that the price is not worthy enough of answering the question. Is it so? See, price is price. No? Price, I mean, Prize. Price is price. Don't go with the price of the goodie that I am giving you. Yeah. Is it worth enough? Okay, great. He's happy. See, it's as simple as that. You can correlate with phishing only. What he just explained. I have sent a link to Raju Kumar. He has clicked on that link, and I told you I can do anything with that now. So now what I've done, I've taken all of his sensitive data. Now he's disturbed like anything. He's going crazy. He's going mad because it's the sensitive data, the customer's data that has come to me, and he's now thinking of his future. The bank will sue him literally that, hey man, what you have done? You have sent some critical data to somebody else. How fool you can be. Somebody has befooled you. So now what I'll do is, I'll say, Raju Kumar, if you want that data back, give me some money. Most common form of attack these days that happens. And government has to give that data, or has to give the money. It depends, like what's the worthiness of that data. If it is worth, yes, they will definitely pay. And that's how the concept of intruders and hackers comes into the picture. I don't know how many of you are aware of the dark web. Group of smart bunch of people. I should not say smart. The smartest in the globe. They do all of this job, dealing with cryptocurrencies, bitcoins, doing this kind of stuff. And they really earn good amount of money doing all of this thing. That reminds me of one of the very famous attack, the AIIMS hospital attack. Are you aware? Imagine, I mean, a hospital of a national repute in the country, happens to be the biggest one. 1.5 months, their OPD was closed. I mean, the online mechanism. Can you imagine a chaotic situation there? We cannot even imagine. Like thousands, lakhs of people go there. And healthcare is something we don't compromise. Like I can compromise on anything, but I cannot compromise on two things. Like this is what I can say. A, the education of my kids, and B, the healthcare. So these are the two things you cannot compromise. And the intruders were bang on with that, one of the critical things. That's ransomware. The definition is followed here. You can read it. It's exactly the same what I have told you. There is nothing that's hidden. I've already told you. Great. Now, when we are talking about security, information security, there are some pillars. Obviously, the terminologies are more than 5, but I have kept it short. If you want, I can mail you afterwards some more as well. Now, the first 3 written in this row, it says it's a CIA, not your continuous, what is that? Internal assessment. This is different CIA. It stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability, and then authentication and authorization. I have one more goodie for authentication and authorization. But let's first talk about confidentiality. What is confidentiality? Anyone? You'll not earn a prize, but I want to know the answer. Something secretive. Why do you want to keep it secret? And from whom you want to make it secret? That's even more important. Uh, okay, let's take an example. As a kid, as kids, we used to go to birthday parties, correct? We still go to birthday parties, but we don't follow the same way. You used to go to the birthday parties? At least I used to go to the birthday party. Now, when I am going to a birthday party and I am presenting the birthday boy or a girl something, we always wrap it in a nice wrapping paper. No? This is what we do, no? And we put a sticker there as well. Regards, like, regards is a professional thing. From this, lots of love, likewise. Why do you put it in a wrapper when at the end of the day he has to like tear it down? Why wasting this 10 rupees? Yeah, please. Correct. That is confidentiality, secret. See, when I'm talking to, let's say, ma'am, I'll talk in some another way. When I'm talking to you as a student, I'll talk in some another way. When I'm talking to father, I'll talk in some another way. Why there is a difference? Because it depends upon the secrecy of the data. I am gifting that birthday boy or a girl something, I want to make it secret. So that, let's say, somebody else might not make a mockery of me. Hey, you have given such a cheap gift. Or maybe you have given us such an expensive gift. Oh, from where you get that gift? Something like that. So I want to keep it secret. That's what you do in encryption on a daily basis, WhatsApp. WhatsApp says we are fully encrypted, end-to-end encryption, and so many fancy terms. They're not fancy, they're actually computer science terms. So what happens on a real time? Say, let's this quick. What's your name? Harsh. I'm sending some data to Harsh on WhatsApp. I say, hey bro, how are you? So immediately on a real time, the data gets converted into some another form which is not even recognized by the WhatsApp guys. And when the message receives Harsh in the real time, it gets immediately decoded. The idea is nobody should else get to have an idea that what was the data. Because again, data is everything. Data is confidential, data is life, data is money, data is everything. Obviously, data is money, we have seen in ransomware. Now next is integrity. What is integrity? Trust me, these are very important terms. Forget about the technical aspects. You should know. What is integrity? We have time. No? Okay. What is integrity? Yeah. I forgot your name. Can you please tell me? Yash. Okay. So Yash has given an example, and I have a counter example. Partially what he said, it's correct. Let's say, what's your name? The black jacket. Avijit. Let's say I have sent some 20 MB of file to Avijit on YouTube. So obviously, the data will flow on the YouTube. And you'll see data going from YouTube, but it's actually a network. Okay, let's not get into all these things. So now what has happened is the data has gone to Avijit, and what he said, Yash, quite possible it might happen. The file I have sent to him, it's a 20 MB file, and he has received just 19 MB of file. This is what you said. Now, this is integrity. I'll make it even more complex. So what he's saying is, if I have sent the 20 MB of file, he should anyhow get 20 MB of file. If it is not happening, the integrity of your data is compromised. It's exactly the same scenario where, let's say, your teachers have given you an assignment and there are 20 odd questions. They have handed over that sheet to the CR, and CR is smart enough. CR says, किसको पता चलेगा मैम ने 20 दिए हैं या 15 क्वेश्चन दिए. So what I'll do, I'm finding 2 questions very hard to solve. So I'll simply remove, all the CRs are laughing, it seems. So what they'll do is, they'll simply remove those 2 questions. Now when the 18, right now there are 18 questions. Now the 18 questions, when they'll come to the students, they'll actually don't know whether the teacher has given 20 questions or 18 questions. So integrity is compromised. Now I'll add more complexity to it. Let's say I am smarter. I am a cyber guy. I can do anything. And one of the attack is man in the middle attack. I don't know whether you have heard of that attack or not. It has got nothing to do here. It's just that because the concept has came here, so I'm introducing you with this term. That's it. Let's say Yash and Avijit are sending that 20 MB file. 20 MB file will go from here to here. But I am a cyber guy. So in between the traffic is flowing, what I have done is I've taken some 500 of KB of data. And in place of that 500 KB of data, I have placed my own data. And that, the guy said, virus or some other file, which can actually disturb Avijit's setup. I've done that. So even if you have sent the 20 MB of data and even if he has received the same data, still the integrity of the data is compromised. So it should never be compromised. If it is getting compromised, you can imagine. Now I'll give you an example. The company people are smart enough. They are even smarter than the intruders. How you as a user of a software will come to know that what software I'm downloading from the official website of the company, it's actually fraudulent or it is legitimate. How you'll come to know? Anyone? Okay, we'll have a chocolate for this as well. Yeah, at the top.
Sir, the company can create a hash for that.
You're very close. That's the correct answer. Just clap for him. See, whenever you try downloading some software, really a good software, not just this like simple softwares, actually a complex one, you'll see company places two files there. A file maybe let's say 5 GB of file, and just below it, there is a file, what he said, the hash file. It is a MD5 file. So that file is a smaller in size. It's like 20 KB, 100 KB, 200 KB. And that file has some coding there to match actually whether the file that is kept there, it's actually the same or not. Now you must be wondering, what if even the hash file gets corrupted? Then that's a different scenario. But this is what company people do. This is integrity. Availability, it's very simple. Availability is, let's say I am the owner of company, I'm a service provider, and all of my services should be available 24/7. And even if one of the services is not available, the availability is compromised. Let's say you have a KP, na? You have your website, your LMS. What do you do in LMS? What do you do in LMS? All are your records. So what kind of records? You see your attendance? What else? Marks. What else? Course plan. Okay. So let's see, all of these things are available there, and two services are not available. Most importantly, you are not able to see attendance, which you are more keen all the time. It's everywhere the same. So the availability is compromised. Let's say I, as a faculty of Christ University, I use KP for putting the marks. I use KP for monitoring your attendance, for modifying your attendance. Let's say I am able to put the marks and everything, but I'm not able to modify the attendance. So again, data is everything. We won't be able to work on the data. So this is again one of the pillars. Now, I have one more question. Did you get that chocolate? Great, thank you. Now, authentication and authorization. Again, I'll give a chocolate, and this is very, very important. And I'll give you one very good example that we face on a daily basis. What is the difference between authentication and authorization? Anyone? Try, at least try. There has to be some difference. That's why I've written here. Authentication and authorization. Don't say these are same, because they are not. Yeah, please. I'll appreciate if you can stand. Just tell me your name. Yeah, take a mic.
My name is Rineesh Kulshresht. I'm from 1MCA.
Okay.
3MCA, sorry.
3MCA.
Yeah. So authentication is done when we try to log in a page.
Please listen very carefully.
And
Now,
also-
I'll be asking question, whatever he'll say.
Yeah.
Please listen carefully. Can you
Or-
please repeat again?
Sorry. So authentication is done while we try to log in a page,
Okay.
and authorization is to check if the authentication is correct or not, as in the user ID or password is correct or not.
No, this sounds more of a same thing. I will come to you, provided I'll not get some other responses. Okay. No, he'll get the first preference. He said some nice things about me. Okay. What's your name? Ritul. Yeah. Correct. Bang on. Excellent, excellent. And most importantly, the example that you have explained, it's very good. Let me repeat, and this time I'll not take this example. All of you are having ID cards? All of you are having ID cards. Even ma'am is wearing the ID card. I can see that. So when you'll enter the Christ University gate, the guard won't stop you. The guard will stop you or not? No. He stops, that's a different story. Probably you are not wearing the right uniform. He'll never stop you. Why he'll not stop you? He'll not stop the faculties. These days, even I come thrice in a week, so he doesn't stop me. Probably he has recognized me, or maybe I'm accompanying a faculty, so maybe, but he recognizes me. But let's take your example. Yeah. Why he'll not stop you? Pardon? You are wearing an ID card. So ma'am is also wearing an ID card. You are also wearing an ID card. Somebody else comes ID card. If you go to some IT company, they don't have culture of inviting others to their campuses. That's not their culture. So if I happen to visit my known in an IT company, either I have to wait outside, or what will happen is the security guard will give me a guest ID card, making sure that I am one of them only and I'm a guest and stuff like that. Obviously, they have that coding, that legend sort of thing in the color. Okay, now coming to your point. So when the guard sees you are wearing the iCard, it means you are a legitimate person and you are what? You are authenticated here. You are authenticated. Great. Wonderful. So this is authentication. Now authorization comes after authentication. This is one step ahead. Example he has already given. You have your KP. In your KP, what you can do? It's a read-only operation for you. You can simply see your attendance because you are authorized to do that only. But your faculties, they can modify your attendance. Can you modify your attendance? Imagine that would have been the case. All 100% attendance. So that is not the case because you are authorized to do that. You are not authorized to do that. Your faculties are authorized. One more example. All of you are part of Christ family, Christ University. You are not authorized to go to father's cabin. They are. They can go anytime, provided he is free. He is available. So that's after authentication comes the authorization. Am I making some sense? That's very important. That is the reason why the Christ administrator has made so many levels. The bottom, they have the student, then they have the faculties, then they may be having the coordinators, then the HODs, then the director, and finally the administrator. This is how the things happen. As the owner of the company, I might have any privilege to take a look at all the accounts. But you, as a Gmail user, you can only see your information. Make sense? So that's authentication and availability. Chocolate, you got that chocolate? Oh, wonderful, great. That's quick enough. Where is the remote? Now, this is what I was talking about, cyber attacks. I have told you about AIMS. I have told you about so many things. But this is the figure. You can see 13 lakh cyber attacks hit Indian banks in 10 months. who is behind them. Obviously, we know who is behind them. I mean, not the genuine person, but somebody who is an intruder, somebody who is an hacker. And again, one thing, your faculties can correlate with this much better. Whenever you are presenting something and you are putting such kind of controversial data or such kind of critical data, you should put the right source. So I have not mentioned the right source. In the footnotes, you'll find the source. So that comes under plagiarism part. So this is something, it's not my data. So I've put it in somewhere from where I have taken that data. Great. Now, these are some of the cybersecurity data breaches, some of the attacks that have happened, and you can take a look at it. I think we are interested in the second one, Aadhaar one. So Aadhaar basically falls under the category of PII. That is what we say in technical terms, personally identifiable information. In India, we talk about Aadhaar. In the US, they talk about SSN number. SSN stands for Social Security Number. So it's as simple as that. If I have just your university roll number, let's say I don't know about anything about this guy, I have just university roll number, I can find out the complete biodata of that student. That's how the databases are kept. I can find out the name, I can find out the course, the place where he lives, whether he's a day scholar, hostler, his parents' name, his academic qualifications, how he's faring in like in his program, placement details, attendance, and everything. So imagine if somebody has got your Aadhaar, and on top of that, he has also got a hold of the Aadhaar database, he can do anything. He can get an idea how many times you have taken a loan, from where you have taken a loan. Most importantly, your residential information. Somebody can reach you. Think of it. Like as a layman, you are thinking, but think beyond that. You'll come to know that this is not that easy thing. And this is critical. This is critical. So these are, Boeing we all know. It's a huge company. Huge company. India being a country where the aviation sector is growing up, and it is growing like anything. So we have ordered so many aircraft from them. And it's a huge company. It's a huge company. And the attack there speaks about itself. And again, what kind of attack? Ransomware attack. See, people are here to get money from you. So majorly the attacks that you'll hear is the ransomware attacks. And this is what it is happening. They are here to earn the money from these attacks. They have taken your secret data. They have taken your information. And now they are here to get money from you. Now this is not my data. I have put it here as a hyperlink. What we should do. Now, whatever we have learned, whatever we have gathered the information as a responsible citizen, as a responsible student, what we should do. So it's a Government of India initiative, the NIC, National Informatics Center. You'll find a link there for cybersecurity awareness. Let's see whether it is attached here or not. Can you click on that link? Yeah. Don't show my photo again and again. Do I resemble like this? It was me some 3 years ago. Yeah. That hyperlink. Is it not opening? Okay. Yeah. Can you go down? Go down. Yes, please. Yeah. So this is what they have guided us to do. Obviously, there is a lot of information I'll share with you. But as a responsible citizen, as a responsible students, part of the society, part of the country, part of the community, we should follow all these things. So I'll give you one small example. However, as a student, we'll not consider the severity of this thing, but let's say Raju Kumar has a friend studying in Galgotia University, or for that matter, any university, and he asks for, can you provide the link for your KP? Forget about the credentials, just the link for the KP. Even you are not supposed to provide that. Why? Why? I'll tell you. If I am smart enough, I have got the link, I'll try to use a hit and trial method. Do you know what is a hit and trial method? Tukka marna. You know? It's as simple as that. Those of you who understand Hindi as well. So what I'll do, maybe he's a friend of mine. I'm not telling him. I know his name is Raju Kumar. So user ID are generally like Raju.Kumar, Raju Kumar, Kumar.Raju. Even I don't need to think this much. Chat GPT is there to tell you all the possible combinations. Even there are softwares that will give you the combinations of user IDs. Normally, what is the password that we keep? Normally, what's the password we keep? Date of birth, your name, your pet's name? Okay. That was strange to me. Okay. So we like this only. So this is hard to crack. You know? And then the combination 1, 2, 3. See, the easiest of the password to crack, and you can take a look at the Google as well. The easiest of the password is admin 1234. Admin 1234, admin 123. And do you know, in the cyber world, we have got lot many dictionaries that contains a list of the probable passwords there as well. I don't know how many of you have heard of Kali Linux, but Kali Linux is it's an OS that cyber guys studies for the penetration testing. And you have got so many libraries, you have got so many dictionaries where you'll get a list of passwords that are commonly available. So hackers do use these kind of dictionaries as well, and they eventually crack the password. So I just wanted to make you familiar with this guide. Time is not good enough to scroll down each and everything, but this is important document. Can you go down? Let's see what is there. So what you can do with portable media, what you can do with computers, wireless connectivity. This is something it is expected. Even, let me tell you, the Wi-Fi routers that we have at our place, I've multiple times cracked the password for other guys, not by using any tool, just by using my brain. Like my surname is Anand, so this router's name is Anand. So obviously, let's take an example. Somebody is Sharma. The Sharma's password is there. Sharma123, cracked. 123 Sharma, cracked. So even you should not tell these details. And if I have a router, let's say we are neighbors, I should not even tell him that Anand's is the router name for my place. He'll crack it very easily. Otherwise also he can crack, but you should be mindful what you are telling about this. So these small things makes a huge difference. I'll give you one small social engineering attack. Let's say you are putting up your password and a very good friend of yours, he's just like sitting and he's just standing and you're sitting. He can take a look at your password. You are relying on that guy. He can take your password and he can do anything. I'll give you one more scenario. Can you go to CMD? I'll give you one small example. Can you go to the CMD? Command prompt. Okay. Can you put here net space user? If you are carrying laptops, you can do it. User, hit enter. Okay. So you have to go to the command prompt and you have to hit enter. You'll come to know about all these users that are using your system. Like we have got user 1, user 2 and guest. Now the scenario is, let's say, okay, what's your name? Shreya. Let's say Shreya is a very good friend of mine. She can trust me, I can trust her. So her laptop is open. Please listen carefully. Her laptop is open and the username that she uses is Shreya. Even I don't need to remember that. Now the laptop is open. Maybe she has gone outside and maybe a bio break, or maybe she's there to meet somebody, and she has said, please take a look at my system, make sure that nobody else uses that and stuff like that. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Now, I'm a cyber guy. I'll put this command, and even without knowing the current password that she has, I can change the password of her system. And now when she'll come back, she's unable to log into that system. And now I'll say, give me money. I'll provide you the password. Let's do that. Let's do that. Netspace user again. Now they are worried. Netspace user. Netspace user. Okay. Space. Type administrator. Don't worry. I'll give you the password. Administrator. No, in capital. A capital. Administrator. Quite possible it might not work due to their security constraints, but this is how the thing starts. Administrator. Space, put asterisk. Asterisk. Spelling of administrator should be correct. Space, asterisk. Asterisk. Hit enter. Just put the password 123456. Now their password is changed. This is the use case I'm telling you. 123456. Just to teach students, that's it. 123456. Hit enter. They are not willing to do. That's how it is done. That's how it is done. And thank you. Can you please put it back, the slides? So you can try this. Just play with. See, don't worry. My mother, she is 65-year-old. She said, "तूने smartphone लेके दिया खराब हो गया." मैं खराब हो गया तो क्या हो गया? देखा जाएगा. Just play around with it. See the technology, the mobile, the laptops we have created. We are smarter. Forget about ChatGPT AI. Even AI is something we have built it. Don't worry about that. Just play with the technology. And do anything wild. What will happen? See, until and unless you are not doing that wild, but do anything, you'll learn. See, why these days kids are so much tech savvy? They do a daily basis, 24/7 this only. Since the day they are born, they are seeing these cell phones only. So that's how it is. Great. Now, my slides. I think otherwise also there is nothing there. I think we are through with this session. What time they have the next lecture? So we'll take 5 more minutes. When we have waited for this long. Questions? Anyone? Anything? Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, sir. So, sir, as we
Still morning. That's fine.
So, sir, as we spoke about that right now we're in the era of. Hello. So right now we're in the age of technological advancements, and along with that, our country especially is also in the we're at the standpoint in which there are growing geopolitical conflicts with our neighbors. So we are much more. There's a huge chance that there could be potential cyber terrorism. We could fall victim to that. So, as an expert, do you feel that our country is ready or well equipped for such cyber terrorism attacks?
See, the answer to your question lies in the fact, just compare cybersecurity with the normal security, correct? He has talked about that walls and that fencing and everything. So at the border, we have got everything. Still, there is an infiltration. Because the guys who have managed the security, are also the same person who are actually hacking into the system. Are you getting it? There is one movie, Main Hoon Na. Sunil Shetty was a terrorist there, but he was an ex-army man. So what I'm trying to say is, security is something, it is for your satisfaction, it is for your well-being that it is there. Sense of satisfaction is there. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? But if you say that I have a guard sitting outside and nothing will happen, that's not the case. So obviously we have got our sound security systems. We have to be very mindful. 24/7 for each timestamp. Like when I'm saying timestamp, I'm not even talking about minutes or seconds, milliseconds. We are taking a look at the network communication. That is what movie people show to us. It actually happens. So we are taking a track of all these. See, it's by auditing. It's by keeping a record of the things, what is happening, whether it is happening actually good or not. We'll try to understand that something is fishy and we need to now act upon it. I'll give you a small example. Let's say a railway station. A very common example where many people come there, like millions, like if not millions, in lakhs. So let's say you and me are traveling together and we don't know each other. We are strangers to each other. So if I greet you, hello, कहाँ जा रहे हैं sir? Bangalore जा रहा हूँ. Likewise, we start with conversation. You'll see he's a gentleman, thorough gentleman. He speaks very politely. Now let's say another use case. You are sitting there. I'm sitting some other place. I'm sweating like anything. I'm sweating profusely, and I have in my pocket something, and I'm taking it out. I'm putting it again, and that's actually a gun. What will you feel about me? Correct. That's how it is. So you have observed this thing, so you need to keep on observing. So that's why we have got CCTV cameras, AI there. You need not have a guard there. There would be a control room where there would be a server taking angles, like taking a look at the CCTV cameras from all the angles, and immediately when they'll suspect something, a object there, they'll put an alarm. This is again an AI or computer vision question like that. So answer to your question is clear. We try to do our best, but if you say we have a technology which is foolproof, nothing will happen, it's not the case. Even the hackers are people from ourselves only. We are the same. So yeah, that's the answer. Thank you. Any more questions?
Hello, sir. Myself is Daksh, and recently, like AI is rapidly increasing the growth. So deepfake is growing like realism. So people are taking the photos from the social media and changing and uploading in some other sites also. So there is no solution of it. Like some companies are taken action also, like they're using photon DNA. So for the child abuse, if they misuse the images also. So like some people don't feel safe also on the social media, say they are uploading the images also, because anyone can change now the images. So there is no solution of cyber secure from the cyber security aspect.
To be very honest, we are working on that. The industry is very keen to find a solution for that. And I think when it comes to technology, there are two things that goes hand to hand, like hand in hand, boon and bane. So we have talked about a lot of advantages of the technology. Now we are actually figuring out the disadvantages of the technology. Let me tell you, in the year 2012, when I was in MTech, I had my MTech project in steganography. Now what is steganography? You have got an image. You have got an image or a video frame. Now the video or image frame looks like exactly the same, but what I do, I try to take some pixel out of it, and instead of those pixels, I can put my own data. Now human eye is like seeing that image to theek thak hai, halka sa blur hai. But that halka sa blur has got some virus. That halka sa blur has got some malicious code, what we say. So this is how things are happening. Yes, we have already talked about AI. It is happening. It is like currently a buzzword. But yes, when it comes to AI, we are kind of mixing AI with cybersecurity as well. Soon you'll have some solutions. You'll have some softwares that will detect, just like the way you said DNA once, that will detect whether this is happening or not. So yeah, things are pretty much on the track. We'll find some good solutions. Sure. Any more questions? Bored? Tired? Yeah. Mask man.
Let's say we got a source of data.
Source of data, correct.
What should we do with it?
You decide what to do. Pardon?
We stumbled upon a source of data.
That is what I'm saying. You decide what do you want to do. See, I'll give you one more example. What's your name?
Sir, I'm Rudraksh.
Rudraksh. Let's say, Rudraksh, I work for a company ABC. You work for a company XYZ. I've got your data. I have got your data. Now what I'll do, I'll take a look at your data and I'll do something with your data, obviously with cybersecurity perspective. But my intention is not to disturb your system. My intention is nothing there wrong as far as these hackers do. But my intention is, you being my friend, I want to tell you what are the shortcomings in your data. So even though I have done everything in your system, still I'm not doing it. It's just that on a friendlier terms, amicable way, I'm telling you what are the shortcomings and how you can improve your data. This is called as ethical hacking. And exactly opposite is the hacking. So you decide what you need to do with the data. If I'll get some data, let's say 200 students are sitting here. Uh, see, I came to know that few days ago, the physics wala was here. And he made you fill some forms. I was told, okay, let's say I am from consultancy company. I make you fill some forms just like the way these forms are circulating. And you have put all the details there. So I'll do, obviously, I'll do something with that data. Now it is up to me what I'll do. So obviously the purpose is, I'll make a phone calls to you, I'll maybe disturb you, you please join our program, we are offering a good program, we are offering a good discounts and whatever like that. So you decide. It is your intent. This is how the industry behaves. It is divided into two halves. It is divided into two halves. The good people, the ethical hackers, and the eavesdropper, intruders, those who have got wrong intentions. Great. Thank you. Anyone else? Yeah, this would be the last question because respecting the time. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Is it safe to connect to VPN?
VPN, very much technical topic. It depends what VPN you are using. I can give you the names of few VPNs. Cloudflare is one of them. I use Cloudflare as a VPN. It provides, by the way, some security solutions as well, so that's a good one. See, the technology of the VPN is designed in such a way until and unless the VPN guys, the company people who have made this software, they don't want to do anything with that data, you can feel safe about your data. So VPNs are normally safe. But if the company people who are working on that VPN product, it's their offering, some employee of their company do something fishy on your data, then obviously that's not secure. Otherwise, they're secure. VPNs are fine enough. Provided, it depends upon the layer of security they are providing. There are many VPNs. I can tell you 100 odd VPNs that you can simply download their crack version or whatever it is, and you can start working on that. But there are hundreds of VPNs as well. Until unless you will not pay for them, for their services, you won't be able to work on that. That's how it is. And trust me, your Christ network must be restricting you for using 500 odd VPNs. But I can tell you some 500 odd VPNs that even your network won't detect those VPNs. I'm a cyber guy. Anything else? Okay, let's keep it. Can you go to the next slide, the last one? As I said in the beginning, I wanted to keep no introduction of mine, keeping in mind the time constraint. But if at all you are interested in cybersecurity, learning more thing, obviously I don't run a company. So it's like mutually you'll call me or maybe email me. I'll try to provide you the answer. It's not my money-making business. It's just that an interactive one. So I'm reachable at, this is my cell phone number, my email ID. Obviously for obvious reasons, I cannot put my company email ID. So this is my personal and my LinkedIn profile. Thank you. And I feel that you have learned something out of this session and it has added some value to it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Check, check. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your knowledge and wisdom with us and making this such an interactive event. It was a pleasure listening to you. Viksit Bharat at 2047 proved to be an enlightening session where we gained substantial knowledge and insights into various aspects. As we have come towards the end of the session, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Saurabh Anand, our guest of honor and speaker for the day, for taking time out from his busy schedule and enlightening us with valuable information. Now, I request Professor Vandana Mandiratha to kindly present the token of appreciation to Dr. Saurabh Anand. I would now like to take this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks for the smooth functioning of today's event. First and foremost, we thank the Almighty for the blessings that have been showered upon us, for all that we have learned and discovered through this session. We thank our campus Dean and Director, Reverend Father Dr. Josie George, and campus Administrator, Reverend Father Sunny Joseph, for their unending support and guidance at all times, and providing our department the platform and opportunities to conduct such event. I would also like to thank the Head School of Sciences, Dr. Bosco Paul Alapat, and Academic Coordinator, Dr. Ashish Sharma, for their constant support. Sincere appreciation is extended towards the Faculty Coordinator, Professor Vandana Mandiratta, and Dr. Ria Baby, and all the faculty members for their unwavering support. A big thanks to the auditorium management team, IT team, facility management team, CDL, Club B&M, and student volunteers who ensured that everything ran smoothly from sound and lights to logistics and security. Again, I want to thank you all. Now I request that everyone remain seated while the dignitaries depart.